Welcome back, YouTube, to another gorgeous episode of Storytime. Today, we're talking about two things. My breasts. Just kidding. We're talking about my marriage, my gorgeous husband, and also I'm going to be like low-key styling my hair while we talk about Mark, but I don't want you to become distracted by that because we know on our cat video, it was a little bit too much. We got a little bit too distracted, so I'm just going to like casually style my hair while telling you about how I fell in love with my husband. In my comedy show, I go like this, and then everyone yells husband, and it's like part of a joke. So I'm not used to going like this and having everyone not yell husband. Feels...
Husband.
Yeah, babe! Oh, that was a good surprise, everyone. Here's babe. That's my husband. Hi, babe.
Here, babe.
You put some hair dry cream in your hair?
I did put hair dry cream
It looks
in
nice, babe. Doesn't
like
his hair look nice? I cut it. Should we pull up a chair for Marky?
Okay.
Welcome to the show, darling.
Hello.
Well, first let's talk about how you met and like what that story was. Like,
okay,
did someone slide in?
Tell the proper way.
So we met in 2019. It was maybe February or March of 2019, and Mark sent me a dick pic on Instagram.
That's the fake story.
It was a gorgeous sight to behold, and I was like, I can't believe he sent me a dick pic. He's so hot. And then Mark was like, oh my God, baby, you wanna... And I was like, oh my God, why do you have like a weird like Southern accent?
What actually happened was, I was watching...
Babe slid into my DMs and complimented my sweater.
Yes.
But really, he said, your ass looks fat and I wanna get in there. And that's what the subtext of the sweater compliment was. Which I think is fair.
Okay. So then we were talking backwards and forwards, and I used to work in London, but we used to do some work in New York, and you were staying in New York at the time. So then I came over to New York.
And we didn't diddle.
No.
Because we had our first date in March.
And I was invited round to play Mario Kart.
I love Mario Kart.
I had never played Mario Kart.
And he's really good at it now.
Now I am.
So then I went to England to do our comedy, or to do my comedy tour. You were like, you're coming back to England? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, do you want to go take a walk? And we did. Mm-hmm. And then that was when we really started dating. Because I was like, oh my God, he's so cute.
And then at the end of that block, you were like, do you want to come to Amsterdam?
Okay, this is a really funny story, but it's kind of, no, so what happened was, because now you skipped a really important funny part. So at that date, I was like, oh, when I'm done with my comedy and book tour, I'm taking my mom and my auntie and like all my friends to Amsterdam for like a fun weekend. And Mark was like, fun, that's cool. And I was like, yes, totally. But then we ended up hanging out like each day after that. And then like by the end of that week, I was like, do you want to come to Amsterdam? And he was like, let me check my diary. And I was like, oh my God, that was like too much for me to ask so soon. But then he was like, sure, I can come. And I was like, oh my God, how fun. So then like I was in Amsterdam and he was landing, and then when he landed I was like do you remember at the beginning of the week when I said that my auntie and my mom are gonna be here? And he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna meet my mom.
Will you stop looking at my hair or
I'm not
looking
at your
at
hair.
something?
I didn't know there was something in your ear. You're beautiful.
And then yeah, so then we were in Amsterdam. And then
we started dating after that.
Yes. And then as I said, I worked mostly in London, but occasionally in New York. So then I would come across. So every 2 weeks, I would get on the plane and I would come to New York. And then you would occasionally come to London. And then back, forth. And then Aunt Rona played us a visit.
Yeah,
Aunt Rona.
Yeah. It's, well, like, I mean, not personally, but just, like, shut the world down. So then after, like, seeing each other every 2 weeks from, like, October to March, I was like, Mark, they're gonna, like, shut the borders down, Jesus Christ. And we just started saying, I love you. Are we, like, literally gonna get separated by these, like, borders for so long? And then he got on what ended up being the last plane.
The very last flight that took off from Heathrow.
And then 3 months later, we got pandemic married, and that was, like, over 2 years, and we've been married for like a really long time now.
We have.
one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, Mark, was how do you handle being so attracted to your partner every single day?
I don't know how I cope with that.
I know, it must be hard.
It's really hard.
You guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You want to talk about, start with questions from the past or questions for the future?
You know what my friend from rehab says? He says if you got a foot in yesterday and a foot in tomorrow, then you're pissing on today. Is there any questions about today, Jared?
What's a more worthy investment to them? Experiences or objects?
I'm gonna say objects.
I am very experiential and also love things.
Yes.
What about you? Well, I think you're an experienced person.
Yeah.
How do they like to give love?
Mark is an acts of service
I
and
was gonna say that.
quality time person. Mark is. Quality time and acts of service.
I love to help.
Yeah, that's the
stuff.
acts of service.
I know.
Yeah. So how do I get love, babe? With your...
No. No, I'm not saying that. Touch.
Yes. It's a better way to say
Touch.
that. Yes. Comment your love language below.
Okay, your ideal Friday night.
Oh.
Now, I feel like your ideal Friday night is like a gorgeous dinner and like a cat sitter and a puppy sitter. So we have a gorgeous dinner and you don't need to feed the animals.
Yes, that probably is it.
And then like dancing with friends. But then like being asleep by like 11.
A gorgeous dinner in or out?
Out.
Out. Whereas feels yours, because you're always on the go, is to like sit in with the cats and watch some kind of series back to back.
Number one thing on their bucket list. They could do anything.
Ooh. Well, I don't know if it's like the number one thing, but you still need to go to South America.
I was gonna say that as my one.
Seems like kind of intuitive, you know?
Okay, celebrity crush.
Oh.
Me.
Yeah, I can say you.
Yeah. Prince Harry.
Then who would your hall pass be?
Oh.
Oh. What's it begin with?
Well, he would have to be a raging homosexual, which I'm pretty sure he's not.
Isn't this like the fantasy thing?
If he was a raging homosexual, like super out, then The Rock could be mine.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like make me feel tiny. Yours would be like, it's probably me.
Yeah.
You got your celebrity crush hall pass, you know?
I'm a winner.
Would you rather be, if you had to choose, sexy or smart?
Oh, it's sexy.
Smart.
Who made the first move?
Well,
Technically, it was you.
technically it was me, but then I would say you.
No.
Yes.
How could I help myself, babe? You're so gorgeous, babe.
Who proposed to who?
It's kind of,
Well,
it was more me.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah. It was
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
I did it.
Their best feature.
Eyes.
Oh, that's nice, babe. I like a lot of your features, babe. I like your eyes too, babe.
I've already said eyes. You can't have the same one.
Okay, well, you don't want to know what I was going to say.
Next question.
Your first kiss.
Oh, that was cute. I do. It was outside that hotella. Was it
The
the
standard.
Yeah.
I thought
We
you were
made
going
out
to
that
bring
one
up
night.
the Amsterdam story that you still won't let me forget. It didn't involve a kiss.
That
The
was
bridge.
Oh yeah, then.
Still have to go back to Amsterdam.
Oh yeah, that was really scary. So when we were in Amsterdam, we took this boat ride, and you go under this bridge, and the tour guide was like, if you kiss under this bridge, then you'll like be together forever. And it was like too much pressure because like Mark was already meeting my mom, and it was like dating for 10 days, and I was like, oh my god, he's gonna think I'm crazy. So then like we didn't kiss, and then as soon as we got through the bridge, I was like, Jesus Christ, why didn't we kiss? That was such a huge mistake. Why didn't we kiss?
And even now, we still get the bridge, the bridge.
Yeah, we should go back.
Final question is slow or fast, and you can interpret that however you want.
Mark likes slow, but I like fast.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah. Whereas Mark likes that slow lifestyle, darling. Like
Yeah.
to like savor. Savor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What a fun YouTube, babe. You haven't been on the YouTube since our garden episode.
Since you gave me a mullet.
Oh yeah, the mullet. It didn't make it, you guys. He didn't like it.
Funny that.
He didn't like it at all.
Thanks for coming to our YouTube.
With more energy.
Thanks for coming to our YouTube channel. I had so much fun. And subscribe and that stuff.
Yeah. Can we kiss, babe?
You're-
Good job, babe.
Okay.
You're a YouTube star, babe.
No.